when I do want to indulge, and I do so, and I'm guilty of doing so, reason why I'm on the keto diet and intermittent fasting, which is really working, and working out, of course, as well, is my sweet tooth. I indulge in that, and I have no shame in doing so, especially when something catches my eye as far as sweet tooth of mine is concerned, and or, in this case, a new concoction of Oreo flavors that I didn't even know was a thing. They're doing celebrity endorsed or influenced flavors of Oreos now. Specifically, we're doing the Post Malone Oreos, limited edition, I'm guessing, because everything is limited edition. To be exact, the Posties swirled salted caramel and shortbread flavor cream, artificially flavored. It says it there, so I'm not lying to you if I do say that. I'm reading literally off the package. Post Malone Oreos. I've heard good things about these so far. However, I've also heard that this flavor is entirely new and or unique. It just seems like something that Post Malone himself liked and probably made his own with a couple little, different things to do and keep in mind. I don't know, to be honest. I'm not a Post Malone fan. I got nothing against Post Malone. It's just now I'm trying out this cookie, pause, to see how good it is. And speaking of music, speaking of, I guess you consider Post Malone still hip hop, or is he like, I don't even know, honestly. I don't even listen to Post Malone like that to know in the first place, like, what he was ever deemed to be. But as I take a cookie, I dropped it, it cracked. See? Double-sided, black and white. As I'm guessing, maybe you think Post Malone is black and white himself. Head to toe covered in tattoos and all that. I don't know, to be honest. Again, I don't know a fucking thing about Post Malone beyond his name. I got nothing against him. I just never did a deep dive like that. Speaking of music, there's something really interesting that came up on my Instagram feed /timeline. And I want to shout out to specifically Juan Ep's life, formerly known as Juan Epstein, the podcast, Peter Rosenberg, Cypher Sounds. I forget which episode this is from. I kind of fell off from listening consistently to their podcast, but they posted up a clip featuring a panel of, I forget who else was there, but more importantly, the point of the matter right now, at Sam J Comic. I'm not going to genderize because I can't really pinpoint what that comic wants to be identified as. Let's just say it's a female, looking very male-ish, but I don't know if he, she, they, them transition or not, but they're a comic, so I guess, they can hide under that umbrella per se, or just make it part of their act. Not too familiar with that comic, but they made a great point. I forget how it came up. Now, I can't even remember the fucking clip, but basically it came to the point of, the whole point of Peter Rosenberg, Cypher Sounds, doing Juan Epstein is reminiscing on hip-hop with guests of name recognition. And I'm guessing this comic, I saw on Instagram, they have a pretty decent follow, like over 100,000 people follow them, so they must be worth something as far as going out to see them, paying tickets to see them, and et cetera, and supporting their comedy. Sam J Comic basically said that they do not enjoy like preachy, like trying to teach you forcibly through music, but disguises music kind of hip hop. Sorry. Preachy, no-y, teachy hip hop from back when. Like, of course, the golden era hip hop, Wu-Tang and all that, but specifically in this case, I think when Cypher Sound asked them, oh, so you don't like Gang Starr or something like that? That's where this whole issue, not even a big issue, but just like this thing came to fruition. As far as that comic saying, no, I don't like Guru specifically, rest in peace Guru, of course, from Gangstarr because he was preachy with the rhymes, with the lyrics.
I never liked Gangstarr.
What? You never liked Gangstarr?
I know it's a super unpopular
opinion.
It's an unpopular opinion.
Uh-oh.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Wait, you talking about Guru and Premier?
Listen, Premier is dope. I didn't like Gangstarr.
That's hard. Everybody likes Gangstarr.
This is my shit, right? Especially at that age. I'm maybe like 11, 12, like,
Okay.
around there. I didn't like anyone trying to teach me shit. Like, stop trying to teach me shit, bro.
And I'm not going to disagree with that. I mean, maybe not so much so preachy per se, but for me at least, what I took from it is finally somebody of a big enough voice has expressed what I felt for the longest time. And again, rest in peace, Guru. Let me, lead into this with that. I always thought Guru was mid. And I thought the whole appeal of Gang Starr for me, honestly, was always Premier. Because of what? The productions. Someone in the comment sections, the comment section there, of course, just, they're not roasting her like, or them, or throwing them under the bus, not like that, but they are upset because, oh, Guru, hip hop, rest in peace, Guru, all that, one of the greatest to ever do it. Again, I'm on the mindset, and my opinion, of course, I'm not trying to force you to think otherwise, is that Guru was mid, at best. I knew what the conversation was going to look like, so I wasn't going to get involved, or try my best at least, but one guy commented on the thing, oh, it's a New York thing, you wouldn't understand if you don't like Gang Starr. And that's absolute bullshit. First off, I'm born and raised in Queens. Yeah, I'm not in Brooklyn where, I guess Gang Starr was kind of like formed and sprung out of. But mind you, I'm from New York. I grew up with that hip hop. Yeah, I was pretty young to like really embrace it when I was of the age when the actual music came up. I went back and did my fucking research for them, and just to name some examples, Mobb Deep, Wu-Tang, my favorite rapper of all time, Rakim from Eric B and Rakim, my favorite group duo of all time, EPMD, De La Soul, etc., etc. But mind you, Gang Starr, and again, rest in peace, Guru, born and raised in Boston, and fucking DJ Premier, one of the most heralded fucking producers of hip hop and crossover too. I think born and raised in Houston. Neither one from New York. They came to New York at a much later age and time. By the time Guru died, he was almost 50. So by the time he came to New York, he was well off already, not so young adult, to start rhyming and rapping in New York. Met up with Premier here in New York, and, things sprung off from there. And God bless them both. Their discography speaks very well for themselves. But if you ask me, am I a fan of Gang Starr like that? I'll say, in all honesty, I'll probably say the production, yes. Not so much the rhymes, for me at least. I'm not saying Guru was trash. I'm not saying he was horribly overrated. But I am going to say, to me at least, in comparison to, again, you got, imagine at that time, look, Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, you got KRS-One. You got Slick Rick, the storyteller. You've got, I can't even really think at this time right now, but so many others. Master Ace. So many I'm going to forget right now. People are going to get mad in the comment section probably. A little after that, you got Redman. You got practically everybody in Wu-Tang. You've got so many individuals there that I'm going to probably name as often as they come to my mind. I'm going to name each and every fucking person that does. And I'm going to place them all above Guru. And that's no disrespect to Guru. I'm not saying Guru's trash or anything like that. But again, rest in peace. I think a lot of people go in that route of, oh, they're dead, so they have to be automatically placed on this pedestal. Greatest to ever do it. One of the greatest ever. Because I hate that they did that with rest in peace also from Queens, the Phife Dawg from A Tribe Called Quest. Again, timeless, much heralded, much deserved of the accolation group. But people only started putting Phife in their top 5 MC list bracket of all time, unfortunately, when he passed. And there's no denying, I know fucking whole Tribe Called Quest songs, especially Scenario. And it's been a while since I listened to the remix, rest in peace, Kid Hood. But I knew that song from start to finish. I still know Scenario pretty well. So yeah, do I know some Phife Dawg verses like that? In and out, start to finish, Electric Relaxation and all that? Yes, I do. But I still wouldn't put Phife anywhere near a top 5 anything of any sorts. The only top 5 I'd ever put Phife Dawg in, to be honest, is top 5 most improved MCs from one album to the other, or over time within a limited time span, Phife Dawg goes in there. Again, rest in peace, no disrespect, and yes, he is a very important part and contributor to one of the greatest, definitely top 5 groups of hip hop of all time, A Tribe Called Quest. But I cannot put Phife Dawg ever in the top 5 of anything lyrics wise. I'm sorry. And rest in peace, of course, to him and Guru. Touching back on Guru, pause. That reminds me of the time in 2010 when he passed. I think the week of, or similarly enough, like kind of neck and neck at the time, pause, was when Guru was in the hospital laid up and in pretty bad shape, because I guess he was a nostalgia act at that point, 2010, considering, how far back his catalog with him and Premier goes. That same week, or again, around that time from 2010, was when, of all people, Lil Wayne, shouts to Weezy, had been, I think he was sent to Rikers. Of all places, he was detained here in New York because, of all things, he had an unregistered gun charge. I think that's how it went, but basically they put him in prison for some months, and people only worried about commenting free Weezy where they could, as opposed to fucking, prayers for Guru going through it right now, literally dying pretty much. And I remember that was on Facebook. I commented that shit like, you assholes out here so worried about fucking free Weezy when he's in jail because he did something stupid, willingly so, probably when he was still, doing the lean and all the other shit that was like flooded in the system. He knew what he was doing, basically, even if you want to say, oh, but he was under the influence. He wasn't in his right mind. He was in still the same fucking mind, right or not, enough to do that here in New York, where they take that shit serious enough, compared to fucking Guru, a living legend of hip hop. Well, again, loosely associated because of Premier. I'm sorry, no disrespect again, but he's fucking laid out in the hospital dying, and everybody's worried more about the young, I'm sorry at the time, idiot who pulled some of the stupidest shit possible by carrying an unregistered gun on that person. And of course they had to go to prison for it. What, because they fucking rapped a Millie whenever a Millie came out, or they did the thing on the fucking, back that thing up back in 99 and shit too at the very end. You back it up there, stop, wow, drop it like a dot. Where he did fucking nothing to contribute to the song, mind you. That was all Juvenile, that was all Manny Fresh, and whoever else was on the shit before them besides them. I forget it this time. But I was upset by that. And that was the only time I was overly passionate about Guru, Gang Starr as a collective, as a unit. But I still wouldn't have said, oh, he's the greatest or he belongs in, like, again, honestly, I wouldn't even put Guru in like a top 25 MC of all time. Rapper, whatever you want to categorize it as. Maybe in the top 30, most likely in top 50. And again, that's no disrespect to Guru, his legacy, his life, or his family, his state, health condition, nothing. That's just me talking from the heart, and I gotta thank and give big shout outs to Sam J. Comic for being the one to boldly enough be like, well, on the premise of, oh, I don't like anybody trying to teach me or be preachy with the raps towards me. Because Cypher asked in that case, okay, so if you don't like Gang Starr, do you like Wu-Tang? She says, he, they, them, whatever, it says yes. But then he's smart enough to ask, and I'll give credit to Cypher for doing that, oh, but what about the Jizza? Because he would be the one trying to teach you, like, world history, philosophy, all in his fucking verses. Killing it, mind you. But he will sneak all that shit in there. And then he caught the comic with, and then they had to say in response, oh, yeah, well, Jizza is the one exception. Because basically, yeah, they'll do that preachy, teachy shit I ain't fucking with at all. Fuck them books and shit. Basically. But I thought that was really interesting. That was fascinating. For these last of the Posty swirled and salted caramel and shortbread flavored creamed limited edition Oreos. Not bad. I definitely taste, what's in here again? Shit. I definitely taste the caramel. I'm guessing the lighter side of the cookie was the shortbread. I definitely taste the crunching of the salt that's going on in my mouth. Pause. As I take another bite of that thing, and I finished it already, so now I'm just washing it down. It was pretty good though. Shout out to Post Malone for coming up with a nice variant of the Oreo cookie that takes us away from the plain black outside, white inside, you know, like a BBC film, cream filled. I hope that stays permanent. That's actually a good alternative, good flavor. You know, they kept the fucking the yellow cookied Oreo. They kept another the Gangstarrs and the other variants of flavors like mint cream and shit, which I like the green one. The green one, I mean to say. I hope that one sticks around. I hope that ain't super limited edition. We'll see it now, and then by summertime it's fucking up and gone. And then another reason not to like Post Malone, because he didn't have that influence, that much of, at least after all, to keep his flavor of Oreo in stock in the fucking store. And I actually liked it. First thing Post Malone, I definitely co-signed and like that. And I hope you like, co-sign, comment, follow, subscribe, whatever you got to do with it. Here for Faturdays, I'm FAT-urdays, at FAT-urdays1 on YouTube.
Yo, it's over. All right, it's over. It's over. Move the mic. Move the mic.
Thank you.
All right.